We now bathe all the Buddhas whose pure wisdom is adorned with innumerable virtues. They remove the suffering of beings and together attain the pure Dharma body of the Buddha. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namanda, 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 namanda.
Can you do that? We can do it again. Okay.
Namanda, 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 namanda.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Steve Terasaki, and I'm doing dual duty today. I'm both chairperson, and I'll be playing the organ for today. I want to welcome you to the Buddhist Church of Oakland's Hanamatsuri Service. It's in celebration of the birth of Siddhartha Gautama in Lumbini's garden, who later became the Buddha, and upon his enlightenment under the Bodhi tree. Hanamatsuri has always been a very special service for our BCA temples, Buddhist Churches of America temples. It's always filled with floral displays and centered around the Hanamido, where the figure of the baby Buddha is standing in a pool of sweet tea, and the story of Siddhartha's birth is always retold. So in 566 BC, almost 2,600 years ago, in ancient India, it was the custom for women to return to their homeland to give birth. So King Suddhodana sent soldiers ahead to clear the road and prepared others to guard the queen, Queen Maya, as she was carried in a decorated palanquin in a long procession of soldiers and retainers headed for her capital in her father's kingdom. And along the way, the great procession passed a beautiful garden called Lumbini's Park. You know, that park is now in Nepal, in a section of Nepal. But this garden was at the foot of the Himalayan mountains, and the beautiful park was filled with solid trees, scented flowers, and busy birds and bees who attracted the queen. Since the park was a good resting place, the queen ordered the bearers to stop for a while, and she rested underneath one of the solid trees, and her birth began, and a baby boy was born. It was an auspicious day. And in the fable of the birth of Siddhartha, it was said that the queen gave birth to this prince. Many strange things happened. Birds chirped, flowers bloomed, clouds moved magically in the sky, and sweet rain fell from the skies. And that's why we pour tea over the Buddha figurine here. And the prince took 7 steps, and at each step a lotus flower bloomed to receive his feet. And at the last step, the prince pointed one hand towards the sky and one hand towards the earth, and that's why the figurine is standing like that, and said, "Between heaven and above and earth beneath, only I am the honored one." And so it is with that story that we celebrate the birth of Siddhartha. Next, we'll have a Gatha written by one of our former junior YBA members. She's been very, very prolific in helping us develop new music for the Buddhist Churches of America. That's Miharu Okamura. And so Sensei will now lead us in her Gatha, Little Buddha, and the words will be on the screen. And so please join in this wonderful, it's in the program too. So please join us in this wonderful new Gatha about of Little Buddha. Thank you.
So you can try and sing along with the whole thing. I think some of you know it, but if you don't know it, at the very least you can sing that he was just a little Buddha, and right? So at least sing along with those parts, okay?
Locked up in no one meant to be a prince of motherland. Then he stood out, taking all that all brothers and sisters suffering. Don't you cry, I'm trying to find a method to reach your heart and mind in time.
Okay, ready? 'Cause he was just a little Buddha, searching for a way to live his life. His rebel was a little Buddha, seeking noble truth that was hidden behind those small walls that he once knew. He left behind for me and you. I know you know this little Buddha. Namo Amida Butsu. Here's the bridge. I'll walk to the deepest part of me and strip my attachments. Then you'll see what it truly means to be. Ready? He was just a little Buddha, searching for a way to live his life. His rebel was a little Buddha, seeking noble truth that was hidden behind those small walls that he once knew. He left behind for me and you. I know you know this little Buddha. Namo Amida Butsu. One more time. I know you know this little Buddha. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida. So next, this is when it's really hard to be chairperson and organist. So I'm going to do the next part, chair the next part, while Steve plays the keyboard. So we're going to have our offering of flowers and sweet tea by representatives. I'll let Steve get it fired up.
Okay.
Okay, I'll tell a joke while we're waiting. Why can't the Buddha vacuum under the sofa? Because he has no attachments. Ba-doom-tsh. That's why I get paid the big bucks. All right. Ready? Okay. So, first, representing Dharma School students. school teachers. Junior Young Buddhist Association. Momiji-kai. Nippongo Gakuen, also known as Japanese Language School. Youth Club. Ashland Hoakai and Concord Hoakai. Oakland Buddhist Women's Association, OBWA. And Buddhist Church of Oakland. You thought being chairperson and organist was being hard, but try being organist with your grandson in your lap. Why don't I just stay here and introduce our guest speaker? That's what's next on the thing, on the program. So we're very, very fortunate today. I'm so happy to see so many of you here to celebrate Shakyamuni Buddha's birthday. And for our special service, we have a special guest speaker, Reverend Blake Honda. So Blake is from Fowler. How many of you heard of Fowler? Oh yeah, lots of people, right? Fowler's in California. Yeah, lots of people know. It's kind of near Fresno, right? And Central Cal. And so he's from Fowler. He went to Fowler State, Fresno State. There's no Fowler State, huh? They should make one. Fresno State University. He was a communications major, but then he has worked in kind of other fields, working with children with autism as an APA therapist. He's been a caregiver. He worked for a senior home as community relations director, and then most recently worked in food distribution. But then when the pandemic hit, he started going to Institute of Buddhist Studies and studied there. I think he's still finishing things up. He's been in a few of my classes, so I know, I've known Blake actually for a long time, and he's kind of an extended member of our extended community. But we're really, really fortunate to have him here. He got Tokudo in December, only a few months ago. He's slated for Kyoshi, which is the next level of certification to become a minister, and then we're counting down the days when he can serve as a full Kaikyoshi minister for our BCA. So let's open our ears and open our hearts as we listen to the Dharma from Reverend Blake Honda.
Oh, wow, there's a lot of people. Oh, my goodness. Okay, well, good morning. Happy Hanamatsuri, everyone. Thank you. Good morning, good morning. Thank you so much for inviting me into your Dharma home. Can you all hear me okay? Yeah? Okay, good, good. I'm told I have the typical Honda voice. I'm very loud, so hopefully you can hear me. Anyways, so I wanted to just start off with a little game. I just wanted to see if you can just keep all your hands raised up. And if you are younger than 3 years old, can you lower your hand? Oh, if you're younger than 3. Oh, okay. Everyone's choto. Younger than 3. How about anyone younger than 5? Lower your hand. Yeah. Okay. How about 15? Okay. 25? Oh, very good. A lot of wise people. How about 40? Okay, now we're getting the really wise people. How about 60? 60? Okay. How about 90? 90? Oh, wow, we have some 90s. Oh, how about 100? 100. Oh, who's the oldest? The wisest? I don't like saying oldest. Who's the wisest in here? How old are you? 95. Oh, very good. Oh, 97. Oh, Fujimoto-sensei. 98. Wow, nice. I feel like we're at an auction. Wow, that's awesome. Awesome. Well, there is a person, well, rather a Buddha who stands in the Onaijin, which is Shakyamuni Buddha's, and his teaching has been illuminating the world for over 2,500 years. So it's pretty amazing and wonderful. So I think even with everyone's combined age in here, we still wouldn't, I think, hit 2,500, huh? So that should make you feel good, right? We're all very young in here, young people. So once again, thank you so much for inviting me. Hanamatsuri is the observance and celebration of the causes and conditions that brought about the birth of Siddhartha Gautama, who later became enlightened as Shakyamuni Buddha, who established the teachings that we receive today. So the teachings constantly consist of the Buddha's deep wish to end the cycle of suffering and sorrow for all sentient beings, guiding us to walk upon the middle path towards enlightenment. So at this time, I would like to share a book with all of you. I feel like that helps break up the time a little bit. As Sensei was talking about, I was a communication major. That doesn't mean I'm a good communicator. Actually, I was a terrible student because I remember when I gave my first presentation, actually it all came up to me when I saw all of you out there. I wanted to just kind of slowly get lower. And so I remember my instructor in the back, he would always be doing this. I had to come back up, but naturally I'm just trying to hide behind my screen. Anyways, thank you for all being so nice to me. So, has anyone heard of this book before? What do you do with an idea? Oh, okay, you know it. Oh, quite a bit. Okay, maybe I don't have to read it then. We'll just wrap up the service. Okay, good, you heard of it. It's a really cute book. I hope you like it. It's a series of books by this author named Kobi Yamada. He has a lot of great books, and so if I'm invited back, maybe I'll share the other books with you. So let's go ahead and start. Ooh, now it's kind of hard to see. Where did it come from? Oops. What do you do? One day I had an idea. Where did it come from? Why is it here? I wondered, what do you do with an idea? At first, I didn't think much of it. It seemed kind of strange and fragile. I didn't know what to do with it. So I just walked away from it. I acted like it didn't belong to me. But it followed me. I worried what others would think. What would people say about my idea? I kept it to myself. I hid away and didn't think about it. I tried to act like everything was the same as it was before my idea ever showed up. Ooh, this thing's in the way. Okay. It wanted food. It wanted to play. Actually, it wanted a lot of attention. I'm a middle child, so I kind of relate to this. I need lots of attention. Okay. How come it's not moving? Oh, there it goes. Sorry, my computer's a little... Okay. I showed it to other people, even though I was afraid of what they would say. I was afraid that if people saw it, they would laugh at it. I was afraid they would think it was silly. And many of them did. They said it was no good. They said it was too weird. They said it was a waste of time and that it would never become anything. But then I realized, what do they really know? This is my idea, I thought. No one knows it like I do, and it's okay if it's different and weird and maybe a little silly or crazy. I decided to protect it, to care for it. I fed it good food, I worked with it, I played with it, but most of all, I gave it my attention. I built it a new home, one with an open roof where it could look up at the stars, a place where it could be safe to dream. I liked being with my idea. It made me feel more alive, like I could do anything. It encouraged me to think big and then to think bigger. It shared its secrets with me. It showed me how to walk on my hands because it said, it's good to have the ability to see things differently. Then, one day, something amazing happened. My idea changed right before my very eyes. It spread its wings, took flight, and burst into the sky. I don't know how to describe it, but it went from being here to being everywhere. It wasn't just a part of me anymore. It was now a part of everything. And then I realized, what do you do with an idea? You change the world. Oh, pretty cute, huh? What do you guys think? You liked it? Oh, very good, very good. Oh, thank you. Oh, we have to do that. I didn't write the book. I can't take credit. I'm just sharing it. Ideas are moments that we sometimes overlook. And when we have an idea, it can be exciting and yet very scary at times. Just as the character in this book expressed excitement for his ideas, and yet at the same time, it accompanied by fear and fear of being teased to be misunderstood, especially when it's time to sharing our ideas, especially his own ideas, like the person in this book. But because of these ideas that arise in us, that motivates us to aspire to become teachers, to become doctors, inventors, and so forth, becoming a part of something that we can contribute to our world. Like Siddhartha Gautama, who we're celebrating the birth of today, had an idea. An idea arose in his heart and mind, a curiosity that led him to leave his comfort zone to explore the world. That takes a lot of courage, because I'm sure he received some very raised eyebrows for doing what he did. I think even for himself had some self-doubt. But because he trusted his ideas, he leaped forward. He encountered the sick, he encountered the old, the deaf, and then the monk. These encounters only fueled Gautama's curiosity and his ideas. His idea was still the same, but at the same time transformed into something remarkable. He became Shakyamuni Buddha, with the wish from deep within his heart to alleviate the suffering of all sentient beings. So don't be afraid to share and express your ideas. You'll always find friends and family who will support you. And yes, even sometimes we'll encounter very scary times, and perhaps even our inner bullies who tell us otherwise. But just remember that the Buddha constantly tells us to go for it. This voice, Amita's calling, comes through our parents, comes through our relatives, our friends, grandparents, teachers, friends, and Sangha. The people sitting right next to you. These people are constantly and tirelessly working to support our curiosity and our ideas. With a grateful heart, we respond with Namo Amida Butsu. So today, as we celebrate the birth of Shakyamuni Buddha, and all births, all of your births as well, because we are exactly where we're supposed to be, let us continue to live a life of joy and gratitude, especially today as we celebrate Hanamatsuri together. If you can all join me in Gassho. Although too I am within Amita's grasp, blind passions obstruct my eyes, and I cannot see the light. Nevertheless, great compassion untiringly and constantly illumes me. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu. And because Amida is so compassionate, he said, don't do the second portion. So I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much. Okay, hi.
Thank you. Was it on? Yeah. Thank you, Reverend Honda. That was great. I like the book, though. Next in our service is the Gatha. It's one of our traditional Gathas in Lumbini's garden. And Reverend Bridge has put it into a synthesizer, right? And the words will be on the screen. It's also on the back part of the program.
And we're going to do all 3 verses. Yes.
Yes.
Because I changed the lyrics. So you have to look at the one on the program, not the one in the book, because the lyrics are a little different.
Look at the one on the program because we've readjusted some of the words.
Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namanda.
Next up, I'd like to call our president of the church, Keiju Terada, to give words of appreciation.
Reverend Blake Honda for being our guest speaker and coming all the way from Fowler. So thank you, Sensei. Thank you to Reverend Harry Bridge for officiating today's service, and to Reverend Michael Endo for assisting in today's service. So thank you both. Thank you to Mr. Steve Terasaki for being the service chair and for his musical accompaniment.
And babysitter.
And triple duty. Yes, babysitting too, yeah. Thank you to the YouTube Zoom crew of Norman Yoshida and Robert Noguchi for having this on the virtually. And thank you to host group 2 for the month of April, led by Linda Minamoto, for the otoki that we will be enjoying after this service. And I guess I could add thank you to the EMT for their quick response there. Thank you.
Thank you, Keiju. At this time, we'll have announcements by Robert Noguchi.
Thank you very much. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Buddhist Church of Oakland. Thank you very much for coming today. Let's see. I do have a few announcements. It's really amazing how many things are going on around here. So it's hard to keep track. For those of you who don't know, we did start a study class in Dharma chat sessions. And I'll go over those dates in a few minutes. But come learn about Buddhism with us. At our last Dharma chat, we had 30 people squeezed into the little chapel, so it was really nice to have such a large group. And I'll go over the dates in just a moment. If you'd like to join the BCO family, become a member of the church, we'd love to have you. If you need information about that, inquire at the office, or there's brochures downstairs, or ask one of us. Coming up, what's next is we'll have next Sunday's service on the 14th at 10 a.m., followed by the April Shotsuki service for memorials in April at 11 a.m. That's next Sunday, the 14th. Our next Dharma chat will be at the end of the month, April 28th at 10:45 a.m. after service. And our next study class will be Saturday, April 20th from 1 to 3 p.m. And the topic will be Buddha and art, ... and music. So we hope you'll join us for those things. In 2 weeks will be the Pet Memorial Service. I'm not sure if we're still accepting registration forms, but there is a QR code there on the screen, and I'll have it downstairs. If you've lost a pet in the last year, you can. We'll have a special memorial service for the pets on April 21st at 10 a.m. Also, on the 21st, I just was notified about this recently, that the BCA, Buddhist Church of America Music Committee, was commissioned by Buddhist Churches of America to have a special Obon dance for this summer's Obon to commemorate the 125th anniversary of the Buddhist Churches of America. This video has Miharu Okamura in the middle. There, she's an alum from Buddhist Church of Oakland, and also some other folks from all over, actually. Actually, one of them is here today. Cindy Shirayama, thank you so much for being here today. And you guys are going to come back on the 21st and show us how to do this wonderful dance called the Lantern Song. And it's a wonderful video, a very simple dance. Even I can do it. So, but if you'd like to see the video, it's on the homepage of the BCO website. So please feel free to do it, to watch it. It's really nicely done. And actually, if we get a chance, we could try and play it during lunch today downstairs. Next month, we're going to have a special guest for our Gotanya Hanamatsuri Service, which is the birth of Shinran Shonin. And that's our bishop, Reverend Marvin Harada, will be here on Sunday, May 12th, which is actually Mother's Day. So we'll have a service for the Dharma School at 10 a.m. and an adult service at 10:20 a.m. So we hope you'll join us for the bishop, Reverend Marvin Harada. We're really excited about having him here. Want to thank all of you for supporting the Buddhist Church of Oakland. This QR code does go to our donation page on our website, and we accept any and all gifts. This is done through PayPal, and actually, if you want to use cash, we have dishes, I think, in the front and in the back. So, but we thank you very much for coming today. We thank you for coming to service and joining us and helping us celebrate the birth of Shakyamuni Buddha. And we invite you to stay for lunch by our host group. And I guess that's all I have to say. So thank you very much. And I'll give it back to Steve.
Thank you, Robert. Thank you, Robert. Lots of things happening here at the Buddhist Church of Oakland and throughout the BCA. So please take a look at our website and see what interests you. I just want to thank Michael and Reverend Michael Endo for creating the Hanamido and the floral display here in the front this morning. So thank you, Michael, for putting that together. And for all of you who've brought your animals and shared with us populating Lumbini's garden with your stuffed animals. So thank you so very much. At this point, we will end our service, and we will end the service with farewell song on page 45 of the small purple book. And if you have not done Kanbutsu beforehand, as we leave, you please come up and do Kanbutsu. So let's sing farewell song, page 45.
Page 45. Small purple book, page 45. I think I still have it memorized. Namo Amida Butsu.
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 Itadakimasu. Gotcha. We're going to have Indian pizza, so I'm
Indian
excited.
pizza.
It's going to be about 10-15 minutes, but you can come up in Kanbutsu if you haven't done so already, and we can just hang out downstairs.
Thank you again for attending our service.